Hello again, everybody. Thank you for watching. As always, please like and subscribe and leave a comment if you wish. In this video here, I want to go over how to Rex v Trike. So the first thing to know is that you can face tank a trike, a solo trike, as long as they don't have sharpened horns and they have not landed a charge on you. If you have those two things, you can face tank them even without Deep Rumble. If you have Deep Rumble, it makes it even easier. So just know that going into a 1v1. If it's more than one trike, then I would be very, very cautious about even engaging. Unless you can get some type of advantage like an ambush, or you can maybe get a bite on one while it's still laying down, I wouldn't try to take on two trikes because they do a ton of damage and they're very tanky. So the basic concept is that you want to, even though you can face tank it, there's still some things they can do to gain an advantage. They take less damage in their face and more damage in their back, and you also do take more damage to your head and less in the back. So the more you can hit them in the back of their body rather than in their face, the better. You can kind of phase through them like I am here, and see there I'm able to get some bites in the back of it. And if they're hitting you in the tail, that does less damage to you as well. So if there's a situation where you're kind of both biting each other's backs, it's not the worst scenario for you, but you just need to try to make sure you get more bites on them than they do on you. Usually trying to position yourself to where they're not hitting you is going to cause you to take more hits than you can hit them. So I think you want to focus on DPS mainly. So like on this one here, he's kind of, I can tell he's a little bit unsure of himself because he's running away, which is fine because I'm able to kind of reposition and get some more bites on his back. But he has not sharpened his horns and he has not landed a charge on me, so I know I have an advantage here even in a face tank. I'm going to limit my bone breaks. You always want to limit the bone breaks. Maybe one or two is all you really need. Because bone breaks are less DPS, so you want to try to get as many regular bites as possible because that's going to be a lot more DPS output than a bone break. So try not to bone break as much as possible, and you should be able to face take them. On this one here, this was a really close one. This is a good example of where I was able to kind of bait out his sharpened horns. He's sharpening his horns right there, so I can get 3 bites on him. That was his mistake, because I got 3 solid bites while he was in the animation of sharpening horns. If you can do that, then that's a huge advantage for you. So right then and there, I knew I had a pretty big advantage. That's going to allow me to make a couple of mistakes. I bone break him there so that I can get away to pop my Deep Rumble, and I'm kind of using this termite mound here as a little bit of an obstacle. But I think at this point I need to just get as much DPS on this trike as possible because I know it's very, very close. It's going to be a very close fight. He's able to get a couple of hits on me right there as I turned my back, which that was a mistake. I was trying to maybe use the mound to try to reposition, but again, a lot of times when you're trying to reposition, it ends up being worse for you than just trying to sit there and DPS them. But in the end, I was able to get the win. You can see it's always super close with these trikes, so you got to be real careful. Try not to make too many mistakes. And as long as you have those things that I described are advantages, then you should be able to face tank and win the fight. This next one here, this is a good example of an ambush. This trike didn't know that I was here, so if you can ambush, just like anything you're fighting on a Rex, you always want to try to ambush as much as possible. That gives you a huge element of surprise, which can really push the fight in your favor and get you a win. But see, he didn't even know I was there, so I was able to bone break him and then position myself behind him and get a lot of bites on his side and his back before he can even turn around to hit me. And he's bone broke, so it makes it really hard for him to turn. And at some certain point, I'll just go ahead and bone break him and then move away to pop my Deep Rumble. He does get a couple of hits on my back, but again, you take less damage to your back than you do your head anyway. So there, he's sharpening his horns after I pop Deep Rumble, but that allows me to get a couple of bites on him while he's in the animation, and that's enough to kill him. So this one here, this is a good example of an ambush. I was starving in this clip, as you can see, So I'll go check ponds and waystones and things like that where I think there might be some easy prey. He spawns in a baby here, but I'm not going to go after the baby. I like a challenge. So I want to try to go after that adult, and he's laying down. So ideally, when they're laying down, you want to get a bite and not a bone break, because you'll do more damage, and the bone break's going to do less damage when they're sitting like that. But I did lead with the bone break on that one. In hindsight, I should have bit, but I didn't. So anyway, then his partner comes over from the outside there, but I was able to get enough bites on this trike. If they're scarred up like that before the second one engages, you should be okay. But it's really, really close. I think the other trike actually got a headbutt on his partner there, so that helped out a lot. And it's able to give me the win. So hopefully that helps. Please like and subscribe and do all the YouTube stuff. And thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you out there in battle. Bye.